308 versus 7.62x51. Let's start off with a bit of history of these two rounds. After the end of the Second World War, the United States military wanted to create a new cartridge that could use the same projectiles as the currently serviced 30-06, but had a shorter overall case. After some experimentation, 51mm was determined to be the ideal case length, but more testing was required to get the military seal of approval on this new round. Meanwhile, Winchester took this newfound knowledge and started to design their own commercial rifle round, and in 1952, the 308 Winchester was born, to the delight of hunters and sport shooters around the world. This bet the military adaptation by 2 years, and whenever it's seen service, it was given the designation of 7.62x51. In 1957, NATO also accepted this new round as well, under the abbreviation of 7.62 NATO. This was also the year that the M14 was formally adopted as the US Infantry Service Rifle. And although it has seen some decline in the last few years, it is still one of the most popular .30 caliber rounds on the market.
7.62x51 chambers are slightly longer because they were designed to easily feed and eject in rifles that use sustained rapid fire. The round was made to handle the looser tolerances found within the diversity of rifles between NATO members. The difference in headspace is between 0.006 and 0.01 inches. 308 does have a higher case pressure than what's found on the military 7.62x51 round. The sources vary depending on what you're looking at, but it's on average around 4,000 psi. 7.62x51 brass also is slightly thicker than 308 brass. The difference is so small it might not even show up on a caliber test, but the brass itself does weigh about 20 grams more than 308 brass. Now the problem with everything I've mentioned so far, with the combination of thinner brass, different headspace, and higher pressures, it can actually lead to case ruptures. I know the range that I go to also has a rental gun chambered in 7.62x51 and will feed either 7.62 or 308 through it. And I have noticed a couple times that we'll get case splits. I've also noticed that it malfunctions a bit more often. It also gets more wear and requires more frequent repairs than other rifles that we have.